Happy Hump Wednesday. Huh?
I'm gonna get ready to go.
Okay. My friend is here. Hey y'all, what's up? Welcome to Wife Comma Wednesdays. My hair looks a little wild. It's a lot going on. How's everybody feeling? Hey. How's everybody doing this Wednesday? I just need my hair to get together. Like, I got Mufasa vibes right now. You gone? Love you. Bye.
I'll text you later.
Okay, talk to you. Text me when you get home.
Okay.
Okay. Ready for 2019? I know that's right. Me too. Me too. I have 2019 vibes already. Oh, thank you so much. You say your hair always effortless. Thank you so much. That makes me feel better because I feel like it's like Mufasa going on right now. But you know us girls, we're sometimes our worst critics. So tonight we are going to have an amazing conversation. You know, every Wednesday we talk about all things emotional, mindset, and spiritual wellness. And so I want to get into that. Tonight's topic is about the fastest ways to make affirmations not work for you. So, you know, when we're usually giving advice, when we're usually offering self-improvement, self-development, self-mastery, we're usually giving how-tos and solutions. And so we get into, we get this information. We're like, okay, let me apply the next 5 steps for this. Because I'm trying to get to this desired outcome, right? So we get these how-tos, we get these solutions, we get these equations on how to achieve the desired outcome. Sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't. A lot of us struggle with the fear of disappointment because we've tried solutions. We tried the 5 steps to something and it didn't work out. But tonight I'm going to be talking about I'm going to switch it up a bit. We can talk about how affirmations work. We can talk about how to make them work better. But let's talk about how do we not make them work? What are the fastest ways to make affirmations not work for you? Okay, so I'm going to share a little bit of my story of my journey or relationship with affirmations and how they haven't worked for me and how what I was practicing facilitated that. Then I'll go into what worked for me when I was practicing affirmations. So, hopefully you all know what affirmations are. They are positive things that you say, you repeat, you're affirming, you're making something firm, you're giving, you're materializing a thing by what you say and what you think, okay? The fastest way to make affirmations not work for you is number 1, not believing in them. Yes, girl, I'm trying to be an alchemist. Yes, honey, let's talk about it tonight because this is all alchemy work. This is, at the end of the day, if you don't know what alchemy is or alchemist, please look it up, Google it. But all of this is alchemy work. So the fastest way to make affirmations not work for you is not believing in them. So for example, I'll give you one popular affirmation. Money flows into my bank account easily. I am a millionaire. That's a real popular one. I am a millionaire. So when I say I am a millionaire, it feels good. It's like millions of dollars. I got money, right? So the undertone of that, the subconscious undertone of saying I am a millionaire, you could have several things happening. The undertone could be, I am not a millionaire. The undertone can be, I want to be something that is not who I am. What I want is actually outside of me, and I want to be that, And so you're saying that, but the undertone of it is this separation of what you want and who you are. So what happens is you say, I am a millionaire, I make millions of dollars, abundance and prosperity. You're saying all of these things, but the undertone, what you subconsciously believe, underneath all the positive hype, you don't believe you're a millionaire. You believe a millionaire is something like an outfit that you put on. You don't believe that's actually who you are. I don't believe that. $1 million? $1 million? Are you kidding me? $1 million. Like, I'm a millionaire, meaning I make multi-millions of dollars. You mean I manage millions of dollars? You mean I have millions of dollars in my account? You mean I have access to the amount of money? I don't really believe that. But it looks amazing. It looks shiny. I like the idea. I want what's attached to that. What's attached to being a millionaire? Responsibility, access, resource, tools, solutions, the sense of provision, security, joy, happiness could be attached to that. Access to resources and people and power can all be attached to this concept of being a millionaire. But the undertone is you don't see yourself as that way. You don't feel that way. And the daily practice in life does not align with that concept and idea. So the fastest way to make an affirmation not work is not actually believing it. And when I mean believing it, it's like, I won't even say belief. Let's take away belief, because belief it's a stepping stone. I want to say belief, but I also want to say knowing. There's a knowing. There's an assurance that you must have within yourself to where it feels true with what you're saying. But here's the kicker. Not everything that you proclaim and that you affirm in your life, you're going to feel as true. So you have to start somewhere, right? So believing is something that can happen before knowing. So if you don't want affirmations to work for you, the first thing you need to do is not believe them. The first thing you need to do is not know that these affirmations are you. If you're saying, I am a millionaire, you need to know that you are a millionaire. Being a millionaire is not separate from who you are. So what are you doing? That's what millionaires do. How are you thinking? How are you managing yourself? Are you Googling how do millionaires eat? How do millionaires operate? Who are the millionaires that you're looking at? What are the traits? What are the personality? Like, getting to download and update this information to align your mindset, align your being to what it means to be in infinite abundance. Because $1 million is, it's a number, it's cash, it's a resource, but at the end of the day, it's really tapping into the currency of your very birthright, your very nature, which is infinity, which has no limitations. So for me, if I don't want the affirmation I'm a millionaire to work, then I have to think as though being a millionaire is separate from who I am. I know I'm talking in a complex order, because I'm not teaching you how to make affirmations work. I'm kind of teaching you that. I'm teaching you how to not make them work, so you know how to make them work. Make sense? Hey y'all, thanks for joining. So the first thing we know now is not to believe in the affirmation. And not believing in the affirmation is really really has everything to do with you separating from what you're affirming from who you believe you are. The second piece is inconsistency. You got to practice inconsistency. You have to say it one day and not say it the next. You have to, get excited about it one week and just kind of not feel like it the next week because you lost a job, or because you were disappointed, or you were betrayed, or your bank account overdrawn, like whatever the case may be that's triggering you to where it disempowers your zeal and faith and motivation to affirm over your life. The fastest way to make an affirmation not work is be inconsistent. I'm going to tell you why. Advertising and marketing companies, a Beyonce, a Snickers company, a McDonald's, a Home Depot, they spend so much money in advertising. They spend so much money in marketing. And it's like, Beyonce, you made it. Snickers, McDonald's, y'all made it. All of these corporations that have made all this money, y'all made it. Hey, y'all. Thanks for joining. Hey, Charisma Boo. We're talking about how to make affirmations not work for you, okay? So all of these companies, all of these celebrities, all of these brands that have made it, Kevin Hart, all of these films, Time Warner, y'all made it. Millions of dollars, billions of dollars. Why are you advertising to us still? Why are y'all still marketing to us still? You know why? Because of the power of repetition. The way the brain works is we don't pay attention to something long. It's gotten shorter over the years. It used to be longer, but it's gotten shorter to seconds, okay? So in order for you to influence, in order for a corporation, in order for a brand, in order for a product to influence our purchasing habits, the messaging, the visuals, the audio, all of that has to be repetitive. I've given this example before. You may see a Snickers commercial today. You may see a Snickers ad in a magazine a week from now. You may see a Snickers ad on the bus while you're driving, and you see the Snickers ad you don't think nothing of it. Then you're scrolling on your timeline. Let's say a month passed. You scroll on your timeline, and you see a Snickers ad on your timeline. 2 months later, you get hungry. You like, man, I want Snickers. You get hungry again. It's like, man, I want Snickers. Well, you don't know that your subconscious mind was downloading all of that visual and messaging and content that says, when I'm hungry, I want a Snickers. And see, marketing and advertising agencies and firms, they borrow a lot of the research that psychology and neuron science does on how to impact the brain, to impact behaviors and choices and habits and palates. You see what I'm saying? So in order for you to buy into the message of that, in order for you, in order for you to make an affirmation fail, you have to be inconsistent with the affirmation. The messaging, the visual, the audio of what you're trying to affirm, to make firm and materialize, you have to be inconsistent with that. Making your affirmations not work requires you to not be consistent. Because it's never going to land for you. It's not going to land for us. Hey y'all, thanks for joining. We are talking about how to make affirmations not work for you. The fastest way to make affirmations not work. Okay? I said first it was not believing, meaning that you separate your affirmation from your identity because you don't really believe it. If I'm saying I'm a millionaire, but you don't really identify yourself as a millionaire because you're thinking as a millionaire is something separate from who you are. So those are some of the limiting beliefs you have about what you're affirming. That's the fastest way to make an affirmation not work, is that you believe it's something outside of yourself. I am a millionaire. I'm going to be this one day. And I have future millionaire on here, right? By the way. I mean, but you get what I'm saying. It's advertising, messaging that I am a millionaire, right? I digress. Second way is being inconsistent. Fastest way to make an affirmation not work is being consistent. You don't have that. Where are your commercials of what you're trying to affirm? Where's the audio of what you're affirming? Where are the visuals? You know? How are you seeing your affirmation on your timeline? One tidbit is to make affirmations work for you. One of your advertising and marketing strategies towards your affirmations is to create another Instagram, to where you post maybe once a week, every day, bi-weekly, of what this affirmation or what you're trying to affirm. If you want to be a millionaire, post things about being a millionaire. Who are your favorite millionaires? What do they say? You know? Yeah, makes sense? Hey y'all, thanks for joining. So the fastest way to make an affirmation not work for you is not seeing and not feeling, not using your your 5 senses. So part of affirmations not working is the lack of interactivity with that reality. So what I mean, touch, what's your 5 senses? Touch, taste, audio, sight, and what else is it? Smell. Okay? What does it smell like to be financially free? What smells come to mind? What does it feel like to be financially free? What do you see when you're financially free? What does your bedroom look like? What colors are in your bedroom when you're financially free? What car are you driving? Who are you helping? How does your hair look? Remember, affirmations is to make something firm. You're materializing, you're giving it a form. So you got to get into those details. But if you want to make them not work, you want to make an affirmation not work, one of the fastest ways is to not give content to that affirmation. We want to be a millionaire. We want to be financially free. But what does your bathroom look like as a millionaire? Let's think about that. What does the bathroom look like? You're a millionaire. You're financially free. Finally, it materializes into your reality. What does your bathroom look like? How do your towels feel? What does your mirror look like? How is your hair? Who's in the bedroom with you? You feel me? You know? You have to play in the unseen world if you're trying to materialize thought into this physical reality. You have to play with it. Everything that you see right here, this glass, this hair, this dress, this necklaces, this all used to be a thought. It all used to be an idea, right? This very phone, this was an idea. To see somebody face to face on a device was an idea. Everything came from somewhere that was unseen. So when you are affirming something, the fastest way for them not to work is for you not to deal with any of the unseen makings of what you're trying to manifest and affirm into this world, into this reality, into this realm. Make sense? Thanks for joining, y'all. We are talking about the fastest ways to make affirmations not work. Feeling is another way. Not feeling is another way to not make an affirmation not work for you. So if you lack the feeling of healing, if you lack the feeling of financial freedom, if you lack the feeling of a bomb-ass love life, if you lack that feeling, you can say, I affirm I'm a millionaire, I'm financially free, my love life is amazing, my body is healed. But it doesn't feel true. It's like this I'm going to be positive and say it. But it doesn't feel true. You know why it doesn't feel true? Because you don't see it in your mind. You know? You don't see it in your mind. And when you don't see it in your mind, it doesn't have a reality. It doesn't have a screenplay. You know? And so what I like to do, and this is what I do to make affirmations work, is I create a screenplay in my mind. And I repeat that screenplay over and over again. I just mentioned about visualization and enrolling your five senses into your affirmation. It sounds like work, but to be honest with you, we do it all the time. We do it when it comes to what we don't want. What if this happens? And we imagine this. We get into it with a guy or in our marriage or with our husband, and we just entertain all these fears and conversations. And we do that all the time. We be thinking about some crazy stuff. We be having a whole movie with sequels. Y'all, so many times I caught myself and I'm like, man, I'm crazy for real. I'm crazy for real. I've caught myself having so many conversations. So many conversations about disempowering narratives, like situations that have not happened, stuff that happened 4 years ago, and I'm still having conversations about what I should have said. But it happened in 2015, Tony. Why are you doing this? It's like, wow, I need to get a therapist and talk so I would never talk about it again. My point is that it's really doable. It's just like you have to make that switch. You have to apply what we do all the time to something that's more empowering. I literally could laugh at that for the next 10 minutes, but I won't because I have an objective here. But it's just so funny to me because I have done this plenty of times this year, this month, this week, where I'm entertaining a whole screenplay, a whole movie of something that I actually don't want. So, in order for you to feel a thing, and feel it's true, you have to have focus and visualize the truth of what you want to see and what you want to experience. I'll give you an example. You're watching a movie, and I've given this example before, but I'm going to repeat it because the power of repetition has influence over you for it to really land and take root. You're watching a romantic scene on a movie screen. You're maybe watching a violent scene on a movie screen. Maybe a scary scene in a movie. Whatever the case may be, it has your attention. You like in it. The characters, oh my God, like you're in the movie, okay? Now, you're not thinking about how these are actors and actresses. You're not thinking about how there's lighting going on in this scene. You're not thinking about there's probably 50 people on set. You're not thinking about the personal assistants that are on this the set for the movie scene. You're not thinking about that. You don't care about if it's real or fake. You know it's fake. You know they're acting. Then that's not real reality. But you're so focused on that scene that is real to you. It can conjure up real emotions because your brain is focused on that. You're not thinking about T-Mobile, Sprint, your house note, the sick. You're not thinking about none of that. You're not thinking about jobs, work. You're thinking about that scene because your focus is so laser in on that scene. So you feeling all type of butterflies on that romantic scene. You feeling all type of anxiety on that violent scene. Suspense on, you following me? Because you are focused, so focused to where this fake movie is real and is activating a whole emotional reality within yourself to where you can cry, you can feel anxiety, you can feel fear, you can feel all type of things. And you can feel it's real, but it's fake. So my point is that in order for you to create, If you do not want to make an affirmation work, the first thing you need to do is one of the things that you need to do is not focus on the visual. Focus on what you're trying to materialize. Again, create a movie scene. Create a scene. And scene 1. I am a millionaire. Okay, you're a millionaire. Okay, what are you doing? You're financially free. Okay, what are you wearing? You know? Who are you talking to? What are those conversations? Play those conversations out. Do you have a business? Have you a businesswoman? Play out the deal that you make. What deals are you making? Play that scene out. What are you wearing? Play with that for a minute. Use that imagination tool that you have to affirm a thing and feel that affirmation. Because sometimes our affirmations is not always verbal, even though verbal is powerful. But affirming something includes your emotions, it includes your thoughts, includes what you do. You know, there's a quote on my wall. It says, "Thinking is a spiritual organ. Just as an eye perceives color and ears sound, so thinking perceives ideas." I'll say that again. Thinking is a spiritual organ. Just as an eye perceives color and ears sound, so is thinking perceives ideas. So you have an idea about who you are. When you're thinking, it creates this emotional reality, which activates spiritual manifestation power and brings it into this reality. Just like when you smell a cookie, like, I smell cookies. Well, cookies are somewhere around, right? Thinking is a spiritual organ that you use not only to manifest and affirm. Hey, y'all, thanks for joining. But it's also part of that organ that generates that energy to manifest, to affirm, and to feel something very true that you don't even see in this reality. You see in your mind's eye, but you don't see in this reality. Does that make sense, y'all? Let me know if that makes sense. Any feedback, thoughts, disagreement, what? Affirmations are very powerful, but they're very complex practice that is still practical. But the science and practicality of affirmations requires feeling, visualization, belief, consistency. And so if we were to say the fastest way to make affirmations not work for you is to be inconsistent, to have limiting beliefs around what you're affirming, to not visualize, to not really see them, to not really have a whole screenplay and story, to not feel it, to not feel the truth of what you're saying. You know, when I say I am a woman, I'm not affirming I am a woman. I am a woman. Clearly, I am a woman. There's no denying that. So when it comes to saying I am a millionaire, I am financially free, I am healed, I am whole, I am a work in progress. My belief in myself is always growing and evolving. It has to be part of your identity. You have to own that. Just like you own that, just like I can own I'm a woman, and there's no doubt about that. That I am alive, and there's no doubt about that. Clearly I'm alive. Clearly I'm a woman. Clearly I have gold earrings in my ear. Like, what? Clearly I have blonde bundles in my hair. Because I see it, I feel it, I own, like it's part of who I am. So in order for us to believe and experience the reality of what we're affirming, we have to own it through visualization, through consistency, through feeling, right? And so by learning the fastest way to make affirmations not work is to know that the inconsistency is what contributes to that. You know? Not visualizing, not creating a whole imaginative story within your mind, because the imaginative story is not play. That is literally it's manifesting ingredients. Your imagination is a huge part of the manifesting recipe, okay? Not feeling. If you're not thinking and visualizing, you're not going to feel the truth of that. You see what I'm saying? And not believing. Believing something that you're affirming that is outside of yourself, is separate from who you are, is the fastest way to make an affirmation not work. Because you think something is separate from you. Like, I can't separate my womanhood. I can't separate myself from being black. I don't have to affirm, I am a black woman. No, that is actually who I am, you know? So I don't have to try and believe that. I know that. So don't try and believe that you're a millionaire. Know that. And you know that by visualizing, creating the power of repetition by listening to things that feed the millionaire mindset, feed the sense of being financially free. I hope that lands for y'all. You know, and it's a journey. Affirmations is a journey. It's a relationship, because you're reprogramming, rewiring the way you think, feel, and operate about what you want to see and create for your life. Okay? We have a whole society, have a whole education system that has indoctrinated us with a system on how to think about our reality, how to think about what we can create for our life. And so I want you to be encouraged. I want us to be encouraged to understand the power of who we are, of the mechanics of who we are. Imagination, feeling, emotions, thinking, speaking, hearing, smelling. All of these things have power. And we must enroll that into what we are manifesting for our life. And if we don't want to create the life that we love, then I just gave you the fastest recipe to do so. Hey y'all, thanks for joining. You're going to have to catch the replay. We are talking about the fastest way to make affirmations not work for you. And hopefully by learning that, you learn how to make affirmations work for you. That's all I got. So everyone, have an amazing Wednesday. Is there any questions, feedbacks, insights? Because I am about to get off. And so last week we talked about partners versus projects, breaking love life patterns that no longer serve you. And Instagram wouldn't let me be great, so I couldn't save it. So I have some clips from it from screen recording. So I'm going to send that on Friday too, but it's not a whole video. It's like 30 minutes and it's 22 minutes. Yeah, it's 30 minutes total, and I think it was 40 minutes altogether. But if you want to catch this video and have this video, you want to have last week's video, make sure you subscribe to wifecomma.com. That's WIFECOMMA. Wifecomma.com, and you'll get an email from me every Friday to replay this. Because, you know, these videos on Instagram only last for 24 hours. So you all have a wonderful week. Have a happy holidays. Enjoy your hump day evening. All right? Holla.